All right, guys. Hey, how's it going? This is Josh here and Shane for your
What's up,
weekly
guys?
training. So I'm just going to check the sound real quick and then we'll get going.
What's up, guys?
All right, we should be good. So if you guys are watching, comment below. Let us know where you're watching from and whether you're watching on the replay or the live. Do hashtag live, hashtag replay. And so today, what are we talking about?
Well, first off, I want to tell you I love doing this with you, my man. Every week, it's a pleasure. I enjoy this. I love having a mastermind group. We had one a while back, and that was a ton of fun and very rewarding. And it's fun to do this again. And hopefully, the people that are watching this, hopefully they're getting something out of it.
Right,
That's all we can hope, right?
right.
All right. Today, we're going to talk about confidence as a business owner. I know some of you guys, you may be doing the side hustle thing. And man, I did the side hustle thing, man. So how do you get from the side hustle to being the full-time business owner? But we're going to talk about confidence in either one of those scenarios. You got to have it, right? Like, I don't know how many of you guys are single or gals are single, but when you don't have confidence, it reeks very quickly, right? It's hard to get that girl that you want when you don't have any confidence. You can smell that desperation a mile away. And in business, there's a lot of similarities to that. We need it. We need it like we need oxygen. You need that to breathe. And I am in the process of writing a book, and I was writing yesterday, and I got onto this topic of having confidence as a business owner. And we love to share the downfalls and the mistakes, and I've had a ton of them. But when I owned that restaurant, about halfway through that, when we started to get competition that opened up that we weren't expecting, and everything started to go south. Revenues went south. My confidence quickly fell. I wasn't prepared for that, and I took it on the chin, man. And when you lose your confidence, everybody sees it. Your customers see that. Your vendors, they see that. They don't want to give you stuff because they can tell, they can sense that something's not right. And you don't have that confidence about you, they can pick up on that. So
Mhm.
when you're asking them to extend credit, what do you think they want to do? They want to tell you no, baby.
They want to call the credit.
They want to call it in and say, "How about we just end this right now and we'll just put you on a workout plan." But you can't have that because you got to have food coming in. That's what we needed every week. We needed food, and we needed the vendors to work with us. We needed all these people to work with us, but it's not just your vendors, your workers. Man, I remember going into so many meetings with these guys, and I was not in a good place, and that confidence was in the gutter. And JP, you saw me through a couple of those down times where the confidence was non-existent.
So what did that do? What did that do for the staff? How did they?
Well, they can feel it too. It's just like that girl you're trying to impress. Nobody's impressed,
Yeah.
and they weren't impressed, and you could sense it. And a lot of times when things go wrong, the lack of confidence might actually turn into anger, and you'll see that, man. And you watch any The Profit or any of those shows right there. When they go into these struggling businesses, you see a lot of those business owners, they lash out. They're jumping on these employees, and it's because they're coming from a dark place and they don't have any confidence. And I'm going to add one more in there. Bankers can feel your distress and your desperation. They can feel it. So when you go to them and you want to borrow money, what do you think they're going to say to you? Sorry, pal. Now's not the good time for us to lend you money. So you got all these people that can sense your lack of confidence, but you as a business owner, we got to have it. What about you, JP? You ever gone through a time where you struggle with that in business and bit you in the butt a little bit?
Nah,
Nah,
nah. I'm good.
they
I'm
good.
good. Came out straight. Had success since birth. Spoon fed.
There
Silver
you
spoon.
go.
Uh, Actually, speaking about the going to the bank when you need money versus going when you don't need money. So, like, uh, before I answer that, I just want to talk about that. So, um, when you need money, they won't lend it to you, right?
That's true. I was a banker. I mean,
Yeah.
what you're saying is right. What everybody complains about is right. None of the bankers want to admit it, but it is true.
And then so how so when you don't need money, the last thing you're thinking about is going to take out a loan. But it's good to do it at that time, right?
It's the best time.
Yeah.
It is the best time. I've had that conversation with a couple business owners here recently. They're like, well, I don't really need a line of credit now. I'm like, no, now's the exact time you need it, because
Right.
you got to put that thing in place. You got to
Right.
get that bank to know you. They need to trust you, and you need to go down there with confidence. Like we've been talking about today. You got to do that with confidence. But the time to do it is when things are going well.
Right.
And have that stuff in place for when they go bad, you can tap into that. Now the bank, they'll try shenanigans on you to potentially cut off your line if things start to go bad. But generally, if you have that in place, you can beat them to the punch.
Okay. So it's good to have credit cards, a line of credit, and then take out a what do you call it? Installment loan, or what is it called? A term loan?
Yeah, a term loan, you just want to make sure that you can cash flow a term loan.
Yeah.
Right? Like you don't want to take a term loan out if you can't afford to pay that term loan back just for the sake of doing it.
But should we take it out if we have no reason to take it out, the term loan?
Not really.
Okay.
No.
The line of credit, though, and use the line of credit.
Yeah, on the personal side, we have credit reports and everybody knows them. We get on Credit Karma, we can find those out. But on the business side, almost all of the community banks don't even look at your business credit report. I was in banking for 10 years. I never saw a business credit report. Now, the big banks, they look at business credit reports, but I've got a business right now. I've never seen the credit report on the business. Have you ever seen yours?
Yeah, I have actually. I'm glad you brought that up, because inside QuickBooks, if you go, there's in QuickBooks Online is what we use. If you go to the, I think it's the lending tab, because QuickBooks now lends money, and they actually give you your free business credit report.
I'm glad you told me that, because I have never looked at that, and I'm dying to
really
know.
Cool. It's really cool, and it's really nice. So it's I mean, you never know these things. It's one of those things you just learn as you go, right? No one teaches you, no one tells you.
That's what a mastermind group is all about, right? You have a whole bunch of people in there and you learn from each other. Nobody has all the answers. And we're sitting around bearing it all in front of everybody, saying we don't have all the answers, but what we have, you can have. What we have, we will share with you. And vice versa. When you have some great information, share it with us, because everybody learns in that situation.
Some of the answers that we have are no longer valid now in this new world, right?
Things are changing so rapidly. SBA is lining up to lend money, and before you couldn't get money out of those guys.
You couldn't get money, dude. It was a 2-year process to get a loan done. I had to sign it was more papers that I signed to get an SBA loan than like 3 total properties that I purchased. And I mean, it was like 3 inches of paper that we signed. It took hours. I was hungry. I mean, come on, And
now,
I
know you're a guy that gets on stuff in a matter of seconds.
Right.
And so when you say you tried, brother, I know you tried. Nobody tries like you.
Now it's just a matter of we click 2 buttons and cash is flowing.
It's the craziest thing. The PPP loan, you didn't have to prove a thing. I've never seen a loan where you proved nothing. You just tell us you make this amount of money, this amount goes to payroll, and the money's popped into your account.
What, you didn't have to submit your your reports, your 941s?
That's it. You had to submit a 941.
But
that's it.
What you're saying is those could be fraud. You can fraud.
Well, those probably aren't fraudulent, so I got to take that back a little bit. You had to submit the 941s, but no P&Ls. I don't even think they were going by credit.
No, they won't go by credit.
Yeah, and so today is what, June the 4th?
Yeah.
Okay, last night, the Senate passed. So Congress passed it first. The House passed it first. It went to the Senate. The Senate passed new changes to the PPP. And I don't even know if you've heard about these, JP, but
yeah, my girl Amanda, just sent me an update today.
They are beautiful.
Give me some.
Here's the 2 big things. The first one is, instead of having 8 weeks to try to spend all this money to get forgiveness on, they've advanced it to 24. So they're giving you 3 times the amount of that, which is unbelievable.
So how many months is that?
That's almost 6 months.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good then.
Yeah, instead of 2 months, it's 6.
Yeah.
And the other big thing is my problem with the PPP is I always had the feeling that the government was going to not necessarily change the rules because they were coming up with the rules as you go, which makes it tough because when you apply for a loan, you do it under what you know at the time. So if they change the game on you, it's very difficult after the fact. But
Right.
that's what the PPP loan is. They're constantly changing the game on you. So if they whatever you don't use, let's say you had a loan for 300 grand, you only use 200 grand, that extra 100 grand, you had a choice to make. And assuming the entire 200,000 was forgiven,
Mm-hmm.
and let's say you took the other 100,000, that 100,000 was now going to be on an 18-month loan. They said it was a 2-year loan, but they gave you 6 months of no payment, but then they condensed that loan into 18 months. And I can tell you straight up, I don't care if it's a 0% rate loan. If you got to pay a loan back in 18 months, it hurts cash flow wise.
Yeah.
And that was my one problem with it because I thought 18 months, you're just making a situation very difficult for business owners that are already struggling. And today, this is the beauty. This is when I got up out of my chair and I started dancing, dude. I'll be honest with you. They came out and they said 5 years
Wait, on what?
on paying back the loan.
What loan?
The PPP, whatever is not forgiven, right?
Oh,
Whatever's not forgiven, or
okay.
whatever you decide to take that's not forgiven, instead of an 18-month loan, we now have a 54-month loan, which is essentially a 5-year loan, and they give you 6 months to make your own payment. That's a game changer. So instead of giving the money back to the government, I say keep it. If you have extra money, keep it, and it's going to be put on a 5-year loan at 1%. You will not
1%.
find better terms than that ever. Ever again will you get those kind of terms again on a loan.
Can't be mad. 1%.
You cannot be mad.
Yeah.
So it's
So I
one of
can
the
finance
side
my
effects of
Lamborghini
COVID.
1%.
Say it again.
I can finance a Lamborghini for 1%.
Be careful.
Nah, just play.
You post that on social media and they're like, hey, what's going on, man? You bought a $150,000 Lambo.
No, we can't do that.
Yeah, it's hard to run from that one.
Yeah.
Hard
Some
to run.
people are doing that though. I saw that one guy got caught buying jewelry and stuff.
Oh,
Mess it up for everybody, man.
he will mess it up for everybody.
Yeah.
All right, so we're talking about confidence. I want to just roll to how you get confidence if you're struggling with it. If you're down in the dumps and you're struggling with confidence, how do you get it back? Right. First thing I'm gonna touch on is 10x. Right. Work your butt off. Tell them a little bit about 10x, bro. Just the concept of it.
Multiplying every second. How much can we get done? How fast can we get it done? That's the only thing that matters. It's binary.
Work hard, be efficient, come up with great processes, keep making those processes better.
I'm gonna put this up on the screen right here just to make sure. It's binary.
But
1 or 0. I love that.
Work hard.
What does 1 or 0 mean to you, man?
Say it again.
What does 1 or 0 mean to you?
1
or
plus 0 equals
binary,
1.
Binary.
I don't even know, man. Tell me. give me the right answer before I say
success or failure. It's like, did you get it done or not?
It's either yes or no.
Did you get your mic? Did you get your camera?
I knew you'd bring up the Bush League earbuds hanging from my ear. Everything's on back order. I'm easy prey
right now. That's why.
Yeah. So take your shots. Take your shots.
No. But yeah, 10x. So speaking about 10x, getting it done. How much? How fast? That's really what it comes down to.
Yeah.
How much and how fast can we get done?
There you go. That's the first thing. If you want confidence, make sure you're working your butt off. Make sure you're getting it done. Stay until it gets done. Read things that are going to grow you, advance you, be a better business owner, be a better human being. 10x. How do you even start with that mindset? So read, and that's going to open your mind. That's going to give you confidence. The other thing, join a mastermind group. Hang around people that are going to build you up and not tear you down. And they can give you truths even when you don't have a lot of confidence, but that's still going to spur you on. And I know people in our group, we've all gone through tough times, man. So be confident, but be humble at the same time. Don't be arrogant.
How was I know I keep interrupting you, but that's the
You
whole
good?
point of having two people on the show. We can interrupt each other.
That's right.
I was Craig last week about his confidence, man. I mean, talking
It
about a roller coaster, you know?
exactly. Confidence can wane. It can come and it can go.
Yeah.
But when you hang around other people, they can build you up, and it's exactly what you need as a business owner. You've got to have this. That's why the Mastermind Group is so powerful, man. That's why it's so good. Just to be around guys that are going to build you up. You're going to get all this knowledge, and you're going to give what knowledge you've got to them. It's a win-win. It's the old river. It flows into you, and then it flows out of you at the same time. So I love that process.
Someone says,
And
"Hey Shane," smiley face.
there you go.
There you go. Uh, I,
And here's my last thing about, and we could probably come up with 5 more things to help you build confidence, but speak life into yourself, right? It's easy to bring yourself down. We just naturally do it. You know, I'm not good at that. I'm too fat. I'm too ugly. I'm too gray headed, whatever. But speak life into yourself. Do the opposite of that. Say, I can do this. I want to be the best. I'm going to be the best. I'm going to get out of this funk. I'm going to go hang around somebody today that's going to build me up. Speak life into yourself. And always do it. You know, watch, who am I thinking of? Zig Ziglar. Put him on. Put Tony Robbins on. Just put guys on there that are going to build you up, and just start saying that stuff over yourself. Just start professing that you can do all this stuff, and that, you know, you're gonna kick some butt, and you're gonna make things happen.
mm-hmm.
So those are a few of the things about how to get the confidence back. But it hit me yesterday when I was writing about confidence and just how important it is. And then I told you about it, and you said, let's do it. Let's talk about it. But it's crucial. As a business owner, we need it. We need it in life, whether we're trying to impress some gal or, you know, whatever, but you need it in business too. Everybody around you in your business needs to see that you're confident and that you're making good decisions, and everything will flow from that.
So back to me then.
Back to you.
So let's see. Back to the confidence as a business owner. All right. So yeah, like for me, when things were kind of tough, it was tough because like I was working with a lot of the friends and my family. So not only did we have business problems, then that brought my confidence low as a business owner because I was struggling. And then you have trouble with like friends and family that you're working with. So that was real tough. But yeah, just learning from the mistakes helped me get through it. And yeah, I don't know what else to say about it. I mean, we've all been through it. It sucks.
And so many of us are probably in it right now. I
Yeah,
felt like I just got out of that season, you know, and
right.
I remember you building me up. I remember coming to your place a few times, and it was, and I remember almost like, dude, don't drown in pity. You got this.
Yeah.
Just get out of this.
And I could say that confidently because I was there. Because it was like looking in the mirror, you know. It's like when I know exactly what you're going through. And Shane was like, "Man, you don't know what the hell. I'm 500 grand in debt. I got this, I got that." I'm like, "Man, I was there, you know. Like we're deep in debt. We took on too much debt.
And that's easy to do.
So easy,
Yeah.
so easy. I mean, you can get one click of a button. You got, 50 grand at 25%.
25%.
Yeah.
Now that right there is going to keep you in debt, because you never
Exactly.
get that kind of money paid off.
That's what happened right there. That's what happened.
And I had a lady reach out to me on LinkedIn. She goes, "Hey, we're in the business, helping business owners get capital. Let's reach out." And I saw the company that she's with. They do 20+% loans.
Yeah.
And I was like, "No, I don't need you as an ally here, because what you're offering is going to hurt the business owners that I'm dealing with, and I just can't do that."
I took a PayPal loan, I think like 20%, and then refinanced it with one at 22% with lower payments, and then refinanced it again at like, I don't know, 18% to lower the payments. And you never get out of it
You
because
don't. You just swim.
every time you refinance the loan, they add money to it.
You're like a rat on the wheel.
Yeah,
And they're always doing the shady stuff, right? Loans renew, and here's another fee.
yeah,
And you're like, I don't remember signing that I would do this, but you did. You had 27 pages of disclaimers in there, and it was in there.
yeah,
And nobody reads it, right? We
yeah.
just sign. We're like, hey, thank you,
What's
sir,
the
for the
monthly
money.
payment? What's a monthly payment? That's
What's
it.
the monthly on that? I can pay that back.
Yeah, yeah, I can pay that back.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that I don't know. The loans is tough. You gotta make sure to watch that. That is something that can sink a company real quick.
Yeah. And here's one thing I will add, and we'll leave on this, man. And that is, when you go through these tough times, as bad as you hate to say it, man, if you're still 10x in those bad times, you're going to come out, and you're going to come out like a man with his hair on fire. You're going to chase it like there's no tomorrow. But when you come out of that, you realize that almost what you went through made you stronger, right? But here's one of the cool things. It actually gives you counsel inside you that when you see other business owners, other friends, other colleagues of yours going through that tough time, guess what? You can speak life into them because you have been through it and you know they are going to get out of it.
Mhm.
And that's something I want to encourage everybody with right now that might be in a tough spot right now. You will get out of that, I promise. If you do the things we talked about, you work hard, you 10x it, you get after reading, you hang around people that are going to spur you forward, like this mastermind group right here. We will. All you got to do is send us some kind of note, what you're going through, and let us help you give you counsel. We might even shoot a video for you, just personally for you, and send it back to you. Whatever. We want to help see you guys get ahead and hang around people that speak life into you and speak life into yourself and know that you're going to get out of it. So that's what I got today, man.
All right, guys. So we'll wrap it up. That was a good topic to talk about. Nobody really talks about that. So what are we gonna name the book, Shane? What are you gonna name the book?
I don't have a name yet.
Can I write the forward for your book?
Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
What it's about, though, I'm real passionate about small business owners buying their own building. And I've got 16 reasons why. And I started with 10. And like I was telling you yesterday, it just keeps growing, right?
Yeah.
Because there's so many pluses to buying a building. And I'm going to have a success story chapter. And you're going to be in the success story chapter. And it doesn't have to be the guy that has been at it 45 years and has acquired, $10 million of commercial real estate paid off free and clear. It could be the guy that just got his first one. That's a success story. And
Yeah.
you did it. And now you're trying to get a second one.
Hey, they got back to me. They said they want to work something out. They need a little bit more information about the new location that we're looking at in Rockwall.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love it.
So,
hey, and in the next few weeks, we plan on having interviewing more people that are, extremely business savvy. These guys are on top of it, and we hope to bring you a whole bunch of interviews in the next few weeks. So look forward to continually doing this. The podcast is coming. What are we gonna name the podcast?
Next Level Business Podcast.
There you go. I'm looking forward to that. So
again,
guys, if you need anything, let us know. We are here for you.
Tell them about your attorney, man. Your attorney friend.
Yeah. So
Johnny Cochran.
Johnny Cochran. I was in a lawsuit a while back, my very first lawsuit. And that's one of the things we're going to get to share with everybody. What do you do when you're in a lawsuit? So many business owners, definitely the ones that haven't been in it. I was frightened of a lawsuit. I'll be quite honest with you. I've always been told steer clear of them, and I always wanted to steer clear of them. But sometimes you have just been wronged,
Right.
and that is what the law is there for. And so, a referral. I got in touch with this lawyer, and we settled out of court, which was great. And we got, you don't ever really get what you want, but you hopefully don't get killed.
Good way, yeah. That's a good way to put it.
We did okay in that, but obviously we wish it would have been about 5 times that amount. But one thing I learned through that: do not fear a lawsuit.
Yeah.
And so this guy is a seasoned guy. He's been at it, for 40 years, and he agreed to come on our show. And we're going to try to have him on in the next few weeks. And he's
Hey,
going to talk about why do you not fear a lawsuit as a business owner?
tell me this: was the loss that you realized, the loss that you realized, was it worth the education that you got from going through it?
No.
Oh, come on,
You
man.
want me to say yes?
I know I want you to say yes.
All right, I'll say yes.
I mean, come on, you learned a lot. I mean, you became more
really
confident.
was.
Right?
It really was. I wouldn't be on this right now with you if I wouldn't have gone through that. I wouldn't be a fractional CFO. I wouldn't be about to write a book. I wouldn't have a chance to get into all these companies. I would still be stuck at a bank and having a little side hustle. Because when you get into banking, they pay you decent money, right? But it's like the golden handcuffs. They pay you just enough to keep you there. And they pay you just enough to keep you from pursuing what your real dreams are, which is helping as many business owners as I can.
Yeah.
And so the answer is, as painful as it was, as dark as the place was, it was totally worth it. And that's why I tell all you guys this tonight: you will get through this.
Yeah, I like that. I'm getting sued right now, actually. Someone, we were updating our website. We accidentally used a picture from Google, the person that I hired to update our website. And I would say within 60 days of that change being made, we started getting emails from some attorney in Germany, like extorting me for threatening me, like they're going to sue me and I need to send them like $1,000. And then like next month it was 3,000, then 5,000. And I'm like, yeah, go fly a kite. You know what I mean? So this guy's like, don't think because we're overseas, we're not going to sue you. So then it dies down for like 2 or 3 months. And then I start getting solicitations from local attorneys here saying that my company and me were cited in a lawsuit in the public records, and so now they're suing us for copyright infringement for using the photo on our website.
That's
First
crazy,
of all,
man.
I mean, it was done by accident. The first time when they emailed saying to stop using it, we took it off right away, and we apologized. We told them, we didn't benefit or make any money off it or anything like that. We used a picture of a country that we're looking to get into, and so, but yeah, it turned into that. And the guy that's doing the lawsuit, he's based out in New York, and he's a copyright troll, and he goes after these frivolous lawsuits that are unfounded and tries to intimidate and poke and like harass, what is it, plaintiff? Am I the plaintiff?
Defendant. You'd be the defendant.
Yeah, I should know this by now, right? So he's like, yeah. So, but luckily, I got business insurance that's taking care of it. So that's another topic.
And I can tell you always want to be the plaintiff. That's one of the things that the guy told me in the lawsuit. He said, you always want to be the plaintiff. You do not want to be the defendant.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, it's okay to be defendant if you got insurance, though.
There you go.
Yeah.
So that's another topic. We'll have to play this one out and see how this goes with your business insurance to see if it's worth it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's covered. It's covered in so we filed the claim. It's covered. So then, the insurance is taking care of it. But that's just another risk of having a business and being aware of the threats that are out there, and not having your confidence ripped apart when the whole world is falling apart and some idiot is trying to sue over a copyright image to get 25 grand.
Yeah, you're just trying to survive thanks to COVID, and you got to worry about people like this coming after you.
Yeah.
Did it cause you some anxiety, even if it was a small bit? Did it cause you some anxiety?
I would say maybe like 30, probably like an hour's worth, But I mean, because I've been in a lawsuit where the business insurance didn't cover it, And in this particular lawsuit, the company was named on the lawsuit. And so in that instance, the coverage of the business insurance would be covered because the company is in the lawsuit.
Who do you have that? Who's your insurance company on that?
Liberty Mutual.
Okay.
Yeah. So
We had them when we were in the restaurant, but I didn't know they covered you for lawsuits that you might have gotten into like that, the copyright infringement lawsuit.
yeah, I forgot what branch it falls under, but it's
That's cool. It's good to know.
That's part of what you pay for, right? Like, what the fuck? What are you paying for every month? You know what I mean? Like,
WTF insurance.
yeah, exactly. Like, get the mafia. I wish we can go back to those days, right? I'm gonna send some guys over there and take care of the problem.
As long as you're on that side and not the guy getting the problems taken care of coming to get you.
The problem-y.
The problem-y. You don't want to be the problem-y.
All right, cool. Let's wrap up.
All right, let's wrap up.
So thanks, guys, for tuning in. Leave a comment. Let us know what you want to talk about. We're going to get these guests in there. I'm going to try and get Amanda the banker back in here, talk about just some COVID stuff, what's going on in banking.
And I have got a priceless banker in SBA queued up for us to come on in the next few weeks too. That one's going to be fantastic because the only game in town if you want to buy a business is SBA. Yeah. It's the only game in town. If you want to buy a building, that's a commercial bank. But if you want to buy
504 though for the building?
Say it again.
The 504 for the SBA?
Yes. Yeah, they also do 504. So you can get a building loan through them too. But the cool part about it is you can add in the business acquisition at the same time. You can roll that into one loan. It's the greatest loan ever. And I can tell you, inside the bank, you got the commercial lenders like me, and we didn't do anything with SBA. We know the term SBA. We know what that stands for, but it's just a whole convoluted thing unto itself. And so you need a guru. You need an SBA guru that's all they do. And this guy, he worked at a bank as well as an SBA guru. And he left banking. He was frustrated with it like I. So I can't wait to have this guy on. He'll be a great guy to have on.
All right. Don't tell us you're going to bring all these people and not bring us. We're going to hold the food.
Got to make it happen. Got to get called out on air.
Called out on air. Live stream. Worldwide.
Called out. That's no fun.
All right, man. Well, enjoyed it. Thanks, everybody, for watching. We'll see you guys.
Thanks, guys.
Let us know if you have any questions. Take care.
See ya.